Sign it." The pen sat in my hand like it didn't belong there. Across the polished table of our Houston estate, the contract waited. Thick paper, clean print, finality disguised as legality. My name already typed in. All that was missing was pressure turning into ink. "Now," my mother said again. She didn't raise her voice. She never had to. That was her system. Calm, absolute, practiced. I looked down at the document. Marriage agreement. My marriage. Not discussed, not negotiated. Presented. Behind her, the house staff had already cleared the room. Even the silence felt arranged. "You've been delaying this for weeks," my mother continued. "There is no more discussion." "There was never a discussion," I said. That made her eyes sharpen slightly. Across from me sat Adrian Vale, my fiancé in title, silent in practice. He didn't look at me. He looked at the contract like it was paperwork for a merger. He hadn't spoken much since this was decided. That told me everything. "This secures both families," my mother said. "It is stable, appropriate." "Convenient," I corrected. She exhaled once, controlled. "You will sign." My grip tightened on the pen. Not fear, pressure. Before I could answer, the door opened. No knock, no warning, just interruption. A woman stepped inside, late 20s maybe, composed in a way that didn't ask permission for space. Dark coat, calm eyes that didn't land on my mother first. They landed on me and stayed there. My mother turned instantly. "This is not your place," she said sharply. The woman didn't react. "I know exactly where I am," she replied. Adrian finally looked up. "Evelyn?" he said, confused. So that was her. Evelyn Vale, his sister. She didn't acknowledge him. Instead, she walked closer to the table, stopping just short of the contract. "You're not signing anything tonight," Evelyn said. My mother's expression hardened. "That is not your decision." Evelyn tilted her head slightly. "Then it shouldn't be his either," she said, finally glancing at Adrian, then back to me, direct, unfiltered. "You understand what this is?" she asked. My throat tightened. Every answer I had prepared felt suddenly too small. The pen in my hand didn't move, and for the first time since I walked into this room, no one was telling me to sign. Not yet. "Step away from the table," my mother said. Evelyn didn't move. That was the difference between her and everyone else in this room. Everyone else responded to tone. She responded to intent. "I'm not here to disrupt you," Evelyn said. "I'm here to stop a mistake." Adrian shifted in his chair. "Evelyn, don't do this." She still didn't look at him. That alone changed the temperature in the room. My mother let out a short, controlled breath. "You are not part of this arrangement." "No," Evelyn replied. "I'm part of what it produces." Her eyes came back to me, not judging, not pleading, assessing. That was worse. "You've met him," she said, nodding slightly toward Adrian. "You've had how many conversations?" I hesitated. 3, Adrian answered for me. Evelyn nodded once. 3 conversations, 1 contract. My mother snapped, "That is how these things are done in families like ours." Evelyn finally turned toward her. "That's how control is done," she corrected. Silence hit the table instantly. My grip on the pen tightened again without realizing it. "You don't understand the responsibility involved," my mother said. "I understand exactly what responsibility without consent looks like," Evelyn replied. That landed harder than anything else so far. Adrian stood up slightly. "This is not necessary." Evelyn cut him off with a look. "Sit down." He stopped. Actually stopped. No shouting, no escalation, just stopped. Then she turned back to me. "You don't look like someone who chose this," she said. "I didn't," I answered before I could stop myself. The words left too easily. My mother's gaze snapped to me immediately. "That is not true," she said quickly. "You agreed to this understanding." "I was told this is what would happen," I corrected. "That is agreement," she insisted. Evelyn shook her head once. "No," she said. That's compliance. My mother's voice sharpened. You are interfering in a legal matter. Evelyn stepped closer to the table now. Not aggressive, just final. Then answer one question, she said. My mother crossed her arms. No. Evelyn ignored her. Her eyes stayed on me. Do you want this? The room didn't move. Not a sound, not a breath. Just the question sitting directly in front of me for the first time since this began. And for the first time, I couldn't answer automatically. The silence didn't last long. My mother broke it first. You will not turn this into a spectacle, she said sharply. Evelyn didn't even glance at her. That was becoming her pattern, ignoring anything that wasn't the core issue. Me. I asked you something, Evelyn said again, softer now but sharper in meaning. Don't let them answer for you. My throat tightened. Adrian shifted again, uncomfortable now. This isn't fair to put her in the middle. Evelyn cut him off without looking. You already did. That shut him down instantly. My mother stepped forward, placing a hand on the contract like she was anchoring reality itself. She understands duty, my mother said. She understands what this marriage represents. Evelyn finally turned to her. No, she said. She understands what she was told to accept. My mother's jaw tightened. You don't know her. Evelyn looked back at me. I know she hasn't spoken freely since she sat down. That made something in my chest shift. Because it was true. I had spoken, but every word had been shaped before it left my mouth. My mother's voice lowered. This is not your family. Evelyn nodded once. You're right, she said. So I don't have to protect your rules. Adrian finally stood fully now. Evelyn, stop. You're escalating this. She didn't even look at him. I'm correcting it, she said. Then she stepped closer to the table, not touching the contract, just placing herself between it and me in a way that changed the room's geometry. You don't have to agree with me, she said quietly. But you do need to answer for yourself. My fingers twitched around the pen. My mother noticed immediately. Don't you dare hesitate now, she said. That sentence landed heavier than everything before it, because it wasn't persuasion, it was pressure. Evelyn's eyes didn't leave mine. No one gets to rush this answer, she said. My mother snapped, It's already decided. Evelyn replied instantly. Then she wouldn't be silent. That was the first time my mother didn't respond immediately. And in that gap, I felt it. The space to choose. Small, unstable, but real. My mother recovered fast. That is enough, she said sharper now. This conversation is over. Evelyn didn't move. It isn't over until she speaks, Evelyn replied. Adrian stepped forward again, voice strained. Evelyn, you're making this worse. She finally looked at him. For who? She asked. That question stopped him cold. My mother turned to me now, abandoning diplomacy entirely. You will sign, she said. This is not optional. It never was. My hand tightened around the pen. Evelyn's voice dropped slightly. Listen to what she's saying. I didn't realize I had been holding my breath until that moment. My mother moved closer to me, placing both hands on the table now, leaning in. You are not a child, she said. Stop behaving like one. Evelyn stepped forward immediately, not fast, not aggressive, just precise. She placed herself between me and my mother again. Don't speak to her like that, Evelyn said. My mother scoffed. Or what? Evelyn didn't answer that. Instead, she looked at me, and her voice softened again, just enough to cut differently. You don't have to fight them, she said. Just answer the question. Adrian let out a frustrated breath. This is absurd. Evelyn snapped her attention to him. Then leave. He froze. He didn't move, didn't sit, didn't speak, just stayed out of it. My mother's patience broke slightly. You are not part of this decision. Evelyn nodded. You're right, she said. That's why I'm not asking for permission. My mother straightened. Excuse me? Evelyn turned slightly toward her. You've already decided everything for her, she said. I'm just making sure she notices. The room tightened again. All eyes shifted to me. The pen felt heavier now, not because of ink, because of meaning. My mother's voice sharpened one last time. Sign it, she ordered. Evelyn didn't speak this time. She just looked at me, waiting, not pushing, not pulling, just waiting, and for the first time, the command wasn't the loudest thing in the room. No one spoke after that, not immediately. The silence wasn't empty anymore. It was loaded. My mother held her position at the table like pressure alone could force ink onto paper. Adrian stood off to the side now, visibly torn, but still not stepping in. And Evelyn, she didn't shift at all, just there, between me and everything that was being decided for me. My mother finally broke first again. This is your last chance, she said to me. Do not embarrass this family. Evelyn exhaled once, slow. That's not a chance, she said. That's a threat. My mother ignored her completely. Sign, she repeated. The pen in my hand didn't move. It didn't even feel like mine anymore. Evelyn's voice came softer now, but it landed cleaner than anything else. You're not answering them, she said. I swallowed. I don't know what answer they want, I said quietly. My mother's eyes sharpened instantly. There is only one answer. Evelyn shook her head once. No, she said. There isn't. Adrian finally spoke again, quieter this time. Just sign it. This is getting out of hand. Evelyn turned to him. That's your solution? She asked. He hesitated. It's the agreement. It's pressure, she corrected. Then she looked back at me. Not pushing anymore, just steady. You don't need to solve this for them, she said. You just need to be honest. My mother stepped forward again. Honesty is irrelevant, she said. This is responsibility. Evelyn didn't move this time either. She just replied, responsibility without choice is control. My mother's voice rose slightly for the first time. Enough. Evelyn ignored her again. Look at me, she said to me. I did, and everything else in the room faded just a little. Do you want this? She asked again. Not louder, not softer, just unchanged. The question sat there longer this time. No interruption, no escape. My fingers tightened around the pen, and for the first time, I didn't look at my mother before answering inside my own head. My mother noticed the shift immediately. You're hesitating, she said sharply. I'm thinking, I replied. That is not necessary. Evelyn let out a quiet breath, almost like she'd been waiting for that exact sentence. It is, she said. My mother turned on her instantly. Stop influencing her. Evelyn didn't react. I'm not influencing her, she said. I'm removing noise. Adrian rubbed his forehead. This is ridiculous. Evelyn looked at him. Then leave. He didn't. Of course he didn't. My mother stepped closer to the table again, her voice tightening. You were raised to understand obligation, she said to me. This is obligation. I looked down at the contract. My name, printed, waiting. It didn't feel like mine. Evelyn spoke again, quieter now. You can still walk away from this, she said. My mother snapped, she cannot. Evelyn finally turned to her fully. That's not your decision. My mother's expression hardened. It is as long as she is under this roof. Evelyn nodded once. Then we should fix that, she said. That made the room go still again. Adrian frowned. What does that mean? Evelyn didn't answer him. She looked at me instead. You're not trapped by the paper, she said. You're trapped by the expectation around it. My fingers loosened slightly around the pen. My mother saw it. Her tone sharpened instantly. Do not embarrass yourself, she said. Sign it now. Evelyn stepped closer again, but not toward the contract. Toward me. Not blocking, not forcing, just present. You don't owe them obedience, she said. My throat tightened. My mother's voice cut through immediately. Enough. Evelyn didn't even look at her this time, just kept her focus on me. This is the moment, she said quietly. Not after, not later, now. The pen hovered. For the first time, it didn't feel automatic. It felt optional. My mother took one final step forward. If you walk away from this, you walk away from everything, she said. Evelyn didn't react, but she didn't move either, and for the first time, no one reached for the pen except me. My hand stayed hovering over the contract. No one moved to stop me yet. That was the strangest part. My mother stared like silence itself was betrayal. Sign it, she said again, slower this time. Evelyn didn't speak. She didn't need to anymore. The pressure had already shifted. Adrian finally stepped forward, voice low. Just finish this. Evelyn turned her head slightly toward him. Stop talking, she said. He actually stopped. My mother noticed that too. Her patience cracked. This is not your life to interrupt, she said sharply to Evelyn. Evelyn didn't look at her. Then it shouldn't be decided without her voice, she replied. My mother turned back to me instantly. You are embarrassing this family, she said. That word, embarrassing, landed heavier than everything before it, because it wasn't about marriage anymore. It was about control failing. My fingers loosened from the pen. Evelyn saw it. So did my mother. No, my mother said quickly. Do not do this. Evelyn finally spoke again, softly. You don't have to stay in this moment, she said to me. You can leave it. My chest tightened. Adrian shook his head slightly. This is going too far. Evelyn didn't even acknowledge him anymore. Only me. Look at me, she said. I did, and for the first time I didn't immediately look away. My mother stepped forward. If you walk out of this room, Evelyn cut in immediately, calm but final. Let her finish that sentence on her own life. Silence. My mother froze. That pause was enough. My hand moved, not toward the pen, away from it. The sound of it hitting the table was quiet, but everything reacted to it. My mother's breath sharpened instantly. You are making a mistake, she said. Evelyn stepped slightly aside, not blocking any more, just opening space. Then let her make it, she said. The chair scraped slightly as I stood. No one touched me. No one followed immediately. But I felt it, the shift. Like the room had lost its authority over me. I walked toward the door, and this time, no one said my name to stop me. The door closed behind me like a decision locking itself in place. I didn't realize I was holding my breath until I stepped into the hallway. Evelyn followed, not rushing, not leading, just there. My mother didn't come after us. That silence felt deliberate. Adrian stayed inside. That silence felt like permission. We reached the front steps of the estate before either of us spoke. Night air hit differently outside, colder, sharper, like it didn't belong to anyone. I finally exhaled. Now what? I asked. Evelyn glanced back at the house. They deal with what just happened, she said. That's not what I meant. She turned back to me. I know. A pause. I looked at her properly for the first time without the table, the contract, or the pressure between us. You didn't have to step in like that, I said. Yes, she replied. I did. My jaw tightened slightly. You caused a war in there. Evelyn didn't react to the word war. It was already there, she said. I just stopped it from pretending otherwise. That made me quiet for a second. The estate lights flickered faintly behind us through tall windows. Inside, my name was still on paper. Outside, it wasn't attached to anything. You don't even know me, I said finally. Evelyn nodded once. I know, she said. That answer should have been unsatisfying. It wasn't. Another pause. Why? I asked. She didn't hesitate. You didn't sign. That was it. No emotional framing, no explanation wrapped in sentiment. Just fact. I let out a short breath. That's your reason? It's enough, she said. The wind shifted slightly between us. You're going to have problems now, I said. Evelyn shrugged faintly. So are you. I looked back at the house, then forward again. For the first time, it didn't feel like I was still inside it. So what happens now? I asked. Evelyn stepped slightly to the side, not closer, not controlling, just open space. Now, she said, you stop living like a decision that already happened. And for the first time that night, no one else was writing my future for me. The estate stayed behind us, quiet in a way that felt unnatural, like it was holding its breath too. I didn't move at first. Neither did Evelyn. We just stood there in the cold stretch of driveway, the world suddenly too large without a room forcing it into shape. My voice came out lower than I expected. What happens when they come looking for me? Evelyn didn't hesitate. Let them. That wasn't comforting. It was grounding. I looked at her. You talk like nothing scares you. I didn't say that, she replied. A pause. Then I asked the real question. Why did you actually step in? This time, she didn't answer immediately. Not because she didn't know, because she was choosing how much truth to give. Finally. Because I've seen what happens when people don't get asked, she said. That landed differently. Not dramatic, not emotional, just precise. My hands were still tense at my sides. I noticed it only after she did. You're still shaking, she said. I'm not, I started. She cut in gently. You are? I stopped correcting her. That alone felt new. A car passed at the end of the road, headlights briefly washing over us. Neither of us moved away from the light. You're going to regret this? I asked. Evelyn looked back at the house once. No, she said. Simple again. No hesitation. I nodded slowly, like I was testing the idea instead of accepting it. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do now, I admitted. Evelyn shifted slightly, just enough that she wasn't blocking the path anymore. Then don't decide everything at once, she said. Just don't go back into what was decided for you. Silence settled again. Different this time, not heavy, not tense, just open. I looked at her. You're not going to tell me what to do next? I asked. No, she said. That answer should have felt like abandonment. It didn't. It felt like space. I turned slightly toward the road, paused, then back at her. This doesn't fix anything, I said. Evelyn nodded once. It starts something else, she replied. And for the first time, walking forward didn't feel like leaving anything behind. It felt like finally moving at all.